Hi, I'm Seamless, and this is the 10th 75K tutorial. This one was requested by Halcyon242. Or how, I never know how to pronounce that word. I'm pretty sure I did it right, though. And this is a KOAN sound lead. It sounds like this. Just like that. And what I got is this. I don't know what the note was, so I'm just kind of, guessing. But that's more or less what I got. I'm using the legato. I guess I don't really need portamento, but I'm using legato on to make it slidey. However, I'm pretty sure, just by looking at the way the harmonics are moving around here, that that may or may not have been manual, but either event, the slidiness is just because it's sliding. So some amount of sliding is involved, but the smoothness of this is basically, it is a saw wave sort of configuration. However, it's very filtered. And what I've done to do this inside Harmor is I use the filter to come down, but I'm using the keyboard tracking, which means that if I play a low note versus a high note, you can see that the filtered area is still present on the higher notes because the keyboard is moving the filter to fit along with the note. Something very easy to do in Harmor. Other plugins do this. Massive, I believe, does it. Keyboard tracking is a pretty common feature. In the things, I adjusted the width a little bit just to make it not as sharp, and you can kind of see the waveform's a little screwy, and that's because I went and accented particular harmonics inside the waveform, but that ended up not being the thing. And I achieved the actual sort of organy feel by going to the Advanced tab and putting the harmonizer after the filter. And what this is doing is instead of filtering the harmonizer, it's harmonizing the filter, which I guess is not actually an appreciable difference to that because it's still just mostly just keeping it on the first octave. So whatever, use the harmonizer. It's pretty great. Low width and low amounts means that it's just not doing it a lot, but the strength amount pretty high means that even though there's a low width amount, what it's doing is pretty like it's on. I'm using a little tiny super amount of this subharmonic. Just to add extra sort of business in the bottom. Was actually suggested by someone in the chat because they were thinking maybe there's actually some harmonic in there. And I looked at the thing and I was like, they might be right about that. What's interesting about the actual lead in the song is that it's being followed by the sub for just that 1 second. I didn't listen to the entire song, so I don't know if it does that every time the lead's played, but it's interesting that the lead is being followed by the sub like that. And that's when you're looking at that specific instance of sound, that is, an important consideration to make, which I guess you could do in Harmor without, much fuss if you wanted to be on every single hit like that. Like so. A little bit of unison on just to give it some width and some motion, but small. I have just 4 voices, low amount, and enough phase so that it's not like hit, since it has some smoothness to it, and that's basically the sound. I'll put up this patch for downloads so you can look at it yourself. If you'd like to make a request yourself, please do so in the Reddit thread. Requests made anywhere else will be ignored. If you have any questions about this, please let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And as usual, have a nice day.